across a savanna. That'll be burned in my brain forever.
One of the things that I really like about the show is how it captures the glee and the gleam in your eyes.
Oh, that's significant.
They squeak when I walk.
Because it's like, you guys can't believe that you're getting paid to do this.
Whoops.
This is the thing, I think, is the formula. It's like you can say it's about these builds and not knowing exactly what's going to happen. But there's the primary narrative of enthusiasm.
And it was infectious, because in the beginning, it was like so hard to get permission to do anything. But then, you know, as the show got more and more popular, people were like, yeah, I got a car, blow it up.
No more car.
I think I'm gonna have to ask the question, because this is the reunion, the question that we always get. What's your favorite myth?
Oh, that's hard.
I mean, there's so many categories, right? There's stuff that was ridiculously fun for us to do.
Ready, hit it. I predict that I'll be dancing on Jamie's intestines in minutes.
Then there's episodes that, like, the science was really awesome.
Wake up! Time for science!
And the result was really cool.
Wow, there's no pig.
What pig? I don't know anything about no pig.
And then there's final cuts that are your favorite to watch again.
Here comes chaos.
When anybody would ever ask me that, it was always the last thing we had just done.
Right.
And it was like, what's your favorite myth? And it was like, well, just yesterday we blew this thing up. It was the craziest thing I've ever done.
That was awesome!
And that would like happen after every single myth.
Well, what was your favorite?
Each of these episodes have something that are memorable or special about them. Things like the lead balloon, which on an intellectual level, I think that's one of the best things that we've done. It was also such a wonderful exercise in internalizing and understanding contingencies.
That is a lead balloon.
And then there are other things like the ping pong boat, coming up with solutions that are so diabolically simple to address a complex problem, and then just sitting back and watching it work.
We've made a career out of making what seems impossible possible.
That's why I love Lead Balloon as well. It's like the pointless exercise, and yet there's something thrilling in the storytelling.
That you got it to work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. You know, for me, I think it was wakeboarding behind the cruise ship.
Well, that was insane!
Well, it was just such a weird thing to do. The ship just kept getting further and further out to sea, so it was like, at some point, we had to stop. So it wasn't like, is this myth, like, possible? It's, is it possible for you to do it? And then we found out later that sharks follow those cruise ships.
Yeah.
Nothing just touched me!
For the two of you, I personally think Blue Ice is one of the best things that has ever been filmed.
That was actually one of my favorites because of the fact that I've heard that myth so many times.
But it's been on the list since the very beginning.
Yeah. And I just remember all these rocket scientists looking around going, it's not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. And they just kept, and we're like, we don't know, we're just gonna try it.
Grant, coming up is one of my favorite things I've ever seen happen to you.
I mean, when you see
that giant chunk of blue ice.
That's genuine surprise on our faces.
And what you didn't see behind us, behind the cameras, were all the rocket scientists going, oh my God, like they were more excited than we were.
Totally confirmed.
I agree 100%.
All right, well, you know, you alluded to this earlier.